Alright guys, so Cream Ferret has released with the new My Cookie update, but because of the fact that we do have a very offensive type of skill as well as healing and everything like that, Cream Ferret is actually used inside of Arena but also inside of the Guild Boss Battle, which I'm going to share with you guys today. So my team is not fully optimized, but this team does hit over 3 billion damage as you guys do optimize the attack speed and the subsets of your cookie. But I just want to quickly show you guys how the team is with something that I have as of right now. With, as you guys can see, everything is an epic except one special, so not as bad as Red Velvet Dragon teams. But let's go into the toppings and the substats and everything like that. And then I forgot to mention Blackberry is a rare as well. So starting with Blackberry, we do want to have a 14.5% at least on the cooldown, as well as around 32% crit. And the reason why we are going to max it out at 32% is because of the crit percentage we get from Cream Puff as well as Cream Ferret, along with something like the Whistle buff as well. So that's the reason why we're keeping it at 32% for every single one of these cookies, especially someone like Blackberry as well as Twizzly and our Creme Brulee. Especially Creme Brulee, the more attack speed you have, the more damage you're going to be able to do. And then for Twizzly, you have different builds as well. I actually went with 3 crit, 2 bouncy caramel. Some people go with like 3 bouncy caramel, 2 crit. I've seen multiple different builds, but the main focus is that you want to have at least 32% crit, and then everything else is going to go onto your attack speed. All right, and so it's really going to depend on what kind of biscuit you have, and then of course your subsets on the toppings. So it's pretty simple. And then for Creme Brulee, we're going to have 5 of the Singing Raspberry, focusing on the cooldown of 7.7-ish percentage at least to get that skill rotation as fast as possible. And then rest of them is going to go onto your attack as well as attack speed. More attack speed, the higher damage it's going to be. In my opinion, I've seen like close to 50% attack speeds as well. I'm like, dang, okay. Crazy. All right. And the next one is going to be Cream Ferret. Cream Ferret is going to use 5 of the Swift Chocolate with cooldown focus, at least 40% cooldown with the biscuit. And then rest of them, you can go onto your attack speed. Around 10% is what people do start to recommend in order to use that rotation a little bit faster. Get into that cookie, spin around as well, so that gives that extra buff quickly. And then the last one is going to be Cream Puff with 3 of the Juicy Apple Jelly, 2 of the Swift Chocolate, and then we're focusing on at least 13% cooldown and a 37.5% crit, because you want to have that crit for the Magic Candy buff. 13% is not too bad, so I would say that's going to be good. And then the rest of them, if you guys can get that attack speed, that also helps out. Gets that spell out a little faster. So as you guys can see, the team is exactly the same except for Cream Ferret replacing Mint Choco, and then the treasures are going to be Enchanted Robe as well as the scroll and your whistle here. All right, so let me go into the battle here, and then let me just show you guys how the team works. It's almost exactly the same, or very similar to how Mint Choco was when Mint Choco was used for the avatar as well. All right guys, so as you guys start, we're gonna queue up Cream Ferret here, and then once Cream Ferret is done, we're gonna queue up Cream Puff and use the skill as well. And after, we're going to queue up our Creme Brulee here. And then as Creme Brulee uses skill, we're going to use Blackberry. And then we're going to queue Cream Ferret, all right? We're not going to use Twizzly, just like how we done with Mint Choco. We're going to save it for the pillars, all right? So we're going to have Cream Ferret queued up. And then once Cream Ferret uses skill, we're going to queue up our Cream Puff here. And then right here, as the pillars come down, we're going to, as the 5th pillar comes down, we're going to use Twizzly here. All right? We're going to use Twizzly. All right, and then we're going to try to use the same skill right over here as Blackberry and Creme Brulee, and then we're going to need to use Blackberry to shield. All right, so that's... Oh, wow, Twizzly actually took that, but not a problem right there. Still saves it. All right, and then everything pretty much the same here. We're going to try to use all the skills here as we save Twizzly for the next rotation of the pillars here. All right, there we go. The pillars come out. The 5th one comes out. So we're going to use Twizzly. All right, we're going to use Cream Puff here. And then we're going to save every single one of the skills for around the 10-second mark. All right, so we're going to use Cream Puff. We're going to use Creme Brulee here with Blackberry and Cream Ferret. Getting that buff up, the fuzzy scarf. And then everything is just going to just spam and spam and spam. All right, so... Again, mine's around 2.1 billion. I've seen way more, way higher. The more optimized your team, 3 billion is possible, 3 billion plus is possible. This is just what I have currently with the topping and everything that I have. Very minimum, in my opinion, for what I have done so far. And my Twizzly Gummy candy also is not maxed out as well. So there is that little downside as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. Not too many things going on here. Again, it's very similar to what we have done with Mint Choco, but now we're just using Cream Ferret, and that also allows us to have that extra, I guess, buffer zone with the crit percentage, because now we have somebody who's also increasing the crit percentage as well as crit damage for all of our cookies, giving the extra damage resist if needed, which you honestly don't need. And then you have the Fuzzy Scarf, which also increases the attack of someone like, our creme brulee, and then also crit damage of our creme brulee as well. So definitely a super great cookie for you guys to use. I definitely recommend it if you guys do have Cream Ferret to use this team. But thanks for watching, guys. That's gonna be it. If you guys haven't checked out the rest of the videos that I have for the new update, then it's gonna be on the screen right in front of you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.